Alright, we're going to get the show rolling here. First up, I want to just do a little fun thing, and I may continue this throughout the season, but we're going to do a little rankings. So we're going to go through, and I took 5 minutes to do this, so...
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Why is... Oh, hold on, guys.
Alright, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I've got to figure this program out a little bit, but we'll get it down.
We'll do that. There we go. Alright. So I took 5 minutes to do these rankings. Do not be offended by them. I can guarantee you they're probably not right at the end of the year. But we're going to go with that. So, let's kick it off here. Starting off at the bottom, number 12, with new owner, Rob Madursky. He knew he had a project team, and this confirms it right here. He's starting out the season at number 12, the Mount Rainier Lava. Number 11, Denver Desperados. Moving up a little. They may end up better. I think it's going to depend on how Zach does in the draft. He's got some pieces to work with, but right now I've got him at 11. Next is the other new team. Nope, not other new team. I apologize. The Atlantic City Rush have moved down to Bradyville, up in the mountains and the sticks, and you can see what his new career is as he's moved down here. We have the Bradyville Moonshiners coming in at number 10. And now we have our other new owner. This is Vince Ciola. And this kills me because with Rob and Vince coming in the league, these are actually 3 kids that I had in my first youth group. Of course, they're not kids anymore. They're old like
Testing
us.
1,
the rest
2,
of us.
3.
Where is that coming from?
Alright, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I've got to figure this program out a little bit.
There we go. Sorry. Okay. So we are having a little few bumps and bruises here in our very first podcast, but we'll make it work. Again, all 3 of these guys were in the very first youth group that I helped run. So Vince is coming in, and he's Jacksonville Jaggernauts. Used to be London. So we'll see where the 2 guys go. Next up is Philadelphia Mac Attack, and spelled wrong. You'd think Philly of all places I'd be able to spell right, but there you go. That's what happens when you're in a rush. I've got Philly missing the playoffs this year, coming in at number 8. And this is where it gets really tough. From 1 to 8 is really close. It's going to be a really tight playoff race. So don't take anything by this, Bill. Right now I got you at 8, though. 7, we got the Little Rock Redbirds also missing the playoffs. He's got a really great defense, but some injuries have hurt him. And he's got some holes to fill on offense, so a lot is going to depend on the draft for him, too. Okay? Now for the playoff teams. Number 6, squeaking into the playoffs, last year's runner-up, the Bismarck Biohazard. Pez has got a tough team, always. And should be squeaking into the playoffs. Number 5, Minnesota Marauders. Justin just missed out last year. This year, I think he's going to make it. He's going to move up a couple notches and challenge there. Next up, another non-playoff team squeaking in. Las Manos de Murfreesboro. Ben taking this going to be his 2nd season, and I think he's going to lead his team into the playoffs. Number 3, Anchorage Wolfhounds. Seth has been slowly building a team, and he really looks tough. Number 2, Berkeley Bohemians. Yeah, y'all know what this means. It's going to be another year, finally, that Tombstone takes out Berkeley. So, yes, I put myself number 1. I'm defending champ. I'm allowed. Give me that much. Okay, moving on. Next order of business is the... Yeah, that was awesome. Guys, I'm an idiot. I'm going to do this again just because I have to now. I spent all this time putting together a slideshow, and I didn't even show it to you. So I'm brilliant. So here we go. Here's a slideshow just so you can see my awesome work. Again, running through 12 through 6 here. You see I spelled Philly wrong. Yes, I did. I'm an idiot. I'm also an idiot for not showing you the slideshow. That's the way these things tend to go. Bismarck, Minnesota, Murfreesboro, Anchorage, Berkeley, and defending champs, Tombstone. Okay, now moving on. Yes, I'm back. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the rule changes. Yes, we are putting them in this year. So Bill, Kevin, I apologize. I heard what you said. I just don't necessarily agree with it. I don't think they're huge changes. So we're going to go ahead and institute a couple of these. Not all of them that we talked about. But first up is PPR. We are going PPR. I've had quite a few people ask me about it this year. So we're going to go ahead and institute that. I really think that we need to get some balance between our quarterbacks and our wide receivers, running backs. Right now we're like this. This is going to bring us in about here. The idea is to get so that every position can A, challenge for Player of the Year, and B, so that your game isn't carried on one person. Right now, your quarterback has a bad game and it can kill you, and that's a little realistic, but I don't think it's completely realistic. If you have a great running back, a running back can carry you. A rushing offense can carry you. If you have really great wide receivers, they can make a really bad quarterback look good at times. So that is what we're doing. Plan for it for the draft over the next couple of days. Keep it in mind. Basically, it's 1 point per reception no matter what position you play. We're not going to do anything there with off positions or anything like that like we do with yardage. The second rule change, I'm still tweaking, but we are going to start awarding points to the offensive line for first downs. We started talking about doing this for wide receivers and quarterback or running backs, and Pez had the great idea, which I had thought of but didn't follow through with, to do it for the O-line. It's more of a team stat, and Pez is right about that. So we're going to go with, it's either going to be a quarter or a half point, but right now I'm going to say half point for a first down. I'll let you know over the next day or two. I got to do some stat analysis, really, just to see what the right number is there. The other stat change, that scoring change that was suggested, was to reduce the yardage for a point. To go to 1 point for every 10 yards for the running backs and wide receivers, and then to drop the quarterbacks. We're going to hold off on this one and see how the PPR shapes up and how that balances out the running backs, wide receivers, and with the quarterbacks. If after this season we still feel we need to tweak that, then we'll go in that direction. If we do it, I'm not sure how we're going to handle the tight ends, which is my big hang up with it. I don't want to do a point for every 5 yards for the tight ends. So maybe we'll do every 8 yards, something like that for tight ends, and then 1 to 10 for wide receivers. And then also is the off position stuff. What do we do with that? 1 to 5, maybe. Not really sure. Need to look at it. We're going to take the year and discuss it throughout the year. You can weigh in. So Bill, you'll get your wish on this one. We're gonna take our time with that one. If we do that, we're going to need to drop the quarterback down too, but we're not going to cut it in half like we did with the other positions. It'll be, right now it's 1 for every 60. We're going to look at like 1 for every 40 or 50, somewhere's in there. So just keep that in mind. If you want to put your 2.5 cents in on Facebook, please do. The other rule change that we're going to go with, and this has been kicked around for a while, and I really think this is more cosmetic and frustration-freeing than anything, but we're going to go to decimal scores. So basically you will get a point, or some decimal of a point for every yard that somebody gets. So no more of this, you hit 19 yards, 99 yards, and you've just missed out on a point. At least there you'll get the, whatever it is, 0.85 or I can't do the math right now. 0.95 for 19 yards. So just keep that in mind. That's it on the scoring. Those are all the rule changes we're going to have for this year as far as I know, unless something massive pops up that we need to address. Just a reminder, Facebook, keep it nice, keep it civil. No name calling. We don't need to insult anyone's logic or anything like that. Address the issue, not the person, please. And I don't really need to make a big issue of that anymore. I don't really think that's a massive problem anymore. We did a really good job of getting the league to where we need it as far as that goes. I had one other thing I wanted to talk about. Crap. I am looking into some technologies have changed and they've added some features to the website that I can do more custom stuff. So I am going to try to put some stuff up on NAFL.us. So if you have any suggestions of, maybe a stat table or a way to display standings or something like that you'd like to see that you think would be really cool that we can put on our own homepage, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Just shoot it on Facebook or whatever. And that's something I'm going to be working on. No promises, no pressure on me to get that done. It's just something fun I want to do just to help me with my web development. So from that, the moment you've all been waiting for, we are now going to switch to the lottery. So let me get this ready here, guys. Okay. don't be late, please. If you can get there, let's say 3:30, everybody sign in. That way we can get started right at 4. I know some people have some things going on later in the day, so we want to try to get as much done as quickly as possible on Sunday. And everybody can get back to their barbecuing and drinking. Well, some of you will be drinking through the whole thing, which I appreciate, and I'm glad. In fact, have some for me before we start. You guys get good and buzzed. I think you pick better that way. There you have it, guys. That's going to wrap it up, and maybe we could do this on a semi-weekly basis. Who knows? We'll see. I'd love to get Tony to help me because, I want to add a little humor to my dryness. So enjoy, guys. Thanks, and